Many of us woke up to the news that the Taliban has captured more than 11 out of 34 provincial cities in Afghanistan. But this did not happen overnight. Let us take a look at a brief timeline of Afghanistan over the last 200 years. The story started in 1838 when the British tried to invade Afghanistan but failed, followed by the Soviet Union in 1979. To combat this, the US, China, Iran, and Pakistan had funded and helped Mujahideen soldiers, which are basically soldiers that rebelled against the Soviet Union. In 1994, Taliban, which means students in the Pashto language, emerged in the southern city of Afghanistan called Kandahar. The Taliban mainly contained and drew members from the Mujahideen fighters who, with the support of the US, rebelled against the Soviet forces in the 80s. The Taliban had harsh interpretations of the Islamic law, which was frowned upon by the rest of the world as it violated many human rights that were given to the people, especially that of women and children. Skip to 2001, September 11th, when the Al Qaeda operatives had crashed into the World Trade Center after hijacking planes. A few weeks later, the US announced attacks against the Al Qaeda and Taliban targets in Afghanistan. On October 7, 2001, US, along with support from the United Kingdom, had started bombing Taliban in Afghanistan. This resulted in the loss of many civilian lives in Afghanistan. Cut to May 1st, 2011, the US was able to execute Osama bin Laden, and in 2020 February, the US and Taliban signed a peace treaty and agreed to a ceasefire. In 2021, Joe Biden decided on completing this withdrawal, and even the 3,500 troops that were stationed in the Afghanistan were asked to be removed. Now, with this withdrawal, Joe Biden on 8th July said in the White House that it is highly unlikely that the Taliban can own an entire country and will be able to take over Afghanistan. This clearly has been proven wrong. The effects of the US, UK, Pakistan, Russia, Saudi Arabia, and all of these countries meddling in Afghanistan has resulted to the president fleeing the country, and also 2.9 million people that are displaced at the moment, out of which 80% are women and children. So what can we do as citizens in our own countries to help Afghanistan? One, we need to raise awareness and talk about it on social media and talk about it to our friends and families and let people know what is actually happening in the country. For many years, we have been silent about this and we've been desensitized to the killings in Afghanistan as it's been spanning for a large number of years. We can email our local representatives and national representatives to take action and to have a stand in this situation. What we can also do is donate to various GoFundMes and genuine and credible organizations and help in aid and relief in Afghanistan. We can also sign petitions, and these are resources that I will leave for you after the end of this video. So what we do know is that the US withdrawal, a country that had all openly funded the Taliban, has left the country of Afghanistan in a worse situation than it once was before.